other female basketball team, the D Tigress, they are getting ready by ensuring that first they pick a ticket to the Olympics and then get ready for the competition proper. Today, they took a major step to qualifying for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics by defeating Mozambique 85-51 in their first game of the FIBA Olympics qualifying tournament taking place in Belgrade. Nigeria trailed by 1 point after the first quarter, but they roared into the lead in the second and never trailed again on their way to a comprehensive 34-point victory over the opponents. Promise Amukamara led the way with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 steals, while captain Adora Elonu and points guard Ezine Kalu combined for 21 points. Nigeria will next meet Serbia in their second group game on Saturday. The top 3 teams in Group A will qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. So, Emeka, in a team that's got Nigeria, Serbia, Mozambique, and USA, definitely the D Tigers should get it.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. They will probably come second in the group, but like this convincing win over Mozambique shows a lot. And as we said off air, it will be an amazing feat for both the D Tigers and D Tigers to be in the Olympics at the same time. So let's hope for the best on that one.
Saturday they take on Serbia. If they beat Serbia,
then it's done and dusted.
Your shoulder.
Yes,
that'll be good to see the Nigeria's male and female basketball team compete at the Rio. Not Rio. I keep saying Rio. Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Rio is gone. I don't know what's going on today. It's the Tokyo 2020 Olympics countdown, and I've just told you that the D Tigress, they look good to picking a ticket to that competition after beating Mozambique in their qualifying match right there in Belgrade. Nigeria won 85-51. That's really dominant. Yeah. That's a testament that these girls, they know their basketball, particularly in Africa.
Yeah, that's a dominant, convincing win. Yeah. So it shows their potential, but they have to back that up against Serbia to show that it wasn't maybe just about the quality of the opposition. So they need to back that up against Serbia. And so we're looking forward to that.
We're looking forward to that. That's when we go down on Saturday. Because if you beat Mozambique convincingly and then the result doesn't go well against Serbia, people start asking questions. That's what's going on. So they just need to beat Serbia and they're fine. Let's go back to the NBA. Sonny talked about it. I want Emeka to also talk about it. Let's see some results from the 2019-2020 NBA season. And Sonny mentioned that Jokic is on fire. He also mentioned that the Toronto Raptors they are on the road. 12 consecutive victory. Let's just run through the results and then I get Emeka talking. The Pacers are lost to the Toronto Raptors 118-119. When you lose that sort of result,
it's a close one.
Yeah, you go to the dressing room, you can't say a word.
Yes, but Raptors obviously are the favorites in that one, so there's no surprise there. There's so many wins in a row. And the funny thing is, I'm not surprised because they showed this last year without Kawhi Leonard when he was resting. They won 17 out of 23 games. So this is not a shock. This is not a shock for me at all.
Yeah, but it was really, really close.
Yeah.
The Miami Heat lost to the Clippers 128-111. The Nuggets defeated the Utah Jazz 98-95 point. Grizzlies 121-107 against the Mavericks. The Magic lost 100-116 against Celtics. The Cavs lost to the opposite. Isn't that a surprise result also?
No, not really. The Cavs these days they're quite a poor team. They only have this young kid, Colin Sexton. So they don't have many good players anymore. So not really.
The Suns lost to the Pistons 108-116. The Hawks 127-120 against the Timberwolves, while the Golden State Warriors continue their disastrous form, losing to the Nets 129-28.
Yeah.
What's going on with them?
Yeah, it's just personnel, and I think they're very okay with the situation at the moment. They're playing a lot of young players. Their main guys are all injured. So it's just a thing. This is a year where I was even listening to Steph Curry in a podcast recently, and he was like, you know what? This year, they're all going to let their bodies rest because for the last 5 years, they've been playing maximum amounts of games. So I think they're actually okay with this situation right now.
So they think they have enough titles?
Then next year, they will come back. Next year, they're going to come back because this year, their players are injured and they can't really compete anyway. So
but they need to do something about the situation because other teams are catching fire that they hope to take into the next season.
Yeah, no. So it's a situation. This happens in the NBA sometimes where it's called tanking. So they're okay with this season. Next season, when they have Clay back, Steph back, Draymond fully fit, and they acquire a few new players, they'll be back again in the hunt.
Looking through the results, which of them really got you talking?
The Clippers and obviously Nikola Jokic's performance. So the Clippers, they're for me as a LeBron fan, I'm watching them very closely, and they're just right on their tails. So it's very impressive to see what they did, because they made it record-breaking for their franchise, 23 three-pointers made in that game to win that game, and that's the record for them. So it just shows their strength. And they have a lot of bench players that are scoring a lot. If you see Landry Shamet, he's a bench player, but he came up with 23 points for them of 6 threes made. So it just shows how deep their team is, and I think they're going to be a big threat for LeBron and the Lakers coming up.
So since we're still talking about the NBA, let's talk about Mike Brown. Let's bring it back home now. The experience he has from the NBA, because Sonny tried to make us understand. Do you think that's an advantage for Team Nigeria?
So these things we have to be objective and look at it both ways, because you can have the situation like Garnet Rowe in the Super Eagles, where, you know, sometimes we just feel like he doesn't quite get the essence of Nigerian football and gets us completely, because he can be maybe quite...
He's not right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So Mike Brown and his head coaching experience was in the Cavaliers from 2005 to 2010. Okay. So he reached two finals with... he reached a finals in 2007 and lost with LeBron. That was one of LeBron's first coaches in Cavaliers in Cleveland. In 2010, he reached the semifinals and lost, and he got fired. So his head coaching experience was a decade ago. So... I don't know how convincing that is. I mean, he was an assistant.
The Olympics is in July.
It's in July. So his last head coaching experience was a decade ago. And he was a head coach. Yes, he won titles as an assistant coach with Golden State Warriors. So he knows what it is to win. He has experience. But the question is that the right move right now for a team that, although hasn't hit the heights yet, we're in ascendancy, you know? So let's see how it goes. I mean, he's going to be working closely with our current coach. So let's see how that goes, but I'm a bit skeptical. Are
you fine with the timing? Because the Olympics is in July, and the man that has been with this team since 2017, you make that one an assistant now. With your understanding of coaching and the timing, is there a need to be worried?
Yeah, it could go either way, but you know, these things, sometimes you just have to make the move. So maybe the Federation are looking at it like, okay, maybe this is the guy that can take us over the edge. We're making moves, we're making strides. So maybe Mike Brown is the man that can take us over the edge because of his vast experience. So it can be tricky, but at the same time, you never know. In hindsight, we'll not look back at it like, wow, you know, this was a very wise appointment. So let's give him our support, and let's hope for the best.
Someone is asking on social media that, was it just about a name appointment?
We had that tendency as Nigerians to think like, okay, the person abroad knows more than we do, you know? So I don't, obviously that's wrong, but again, we've been making strides, but maybe they feel like he's the man that can take us over the edge. But he doesn't really know the players. You know, it could take some time to adjust to his style, to his methods. So it's a curious one. Let's just put it that way.
I'll just get my producer to get that interview with Engineer Musa Kida, the president of the Nigeria Basketball Federation, to get it ready so we can listen to him. He said that it's because of the experience, and he rates the Olympics as the world's biggest competition. Yeah. And so we needed a coach that can come in and then turn things around. I agree with the president, but I know that as human beings, yes, Alex Nwora, the coach that is going to be the assistant now, will be professional and work with a new guy. But he's been the one with this team since 2017.
Yes, no, that can definitely cause discontent. So that's one issue. I feel like if you wanted to go that route with Mike Brown, then go the clean route, go with him alone. Don't keep the man that was there before. Like, we're human beings. We have egos. We have, you know, our pride. So for me to be doing a job, then you bring someone else to replace me, but you still keep it there next to him. It's it can cause a bit of discontent. It can cause a bit of discontent.
Sometimes you just go and say, oh, they're professionals, they're fine,
well,
but
we're human beings first. We're human beings first. Yes, we're human beings first.
So because Alex Nwora led the team to the AfroBasket Championship, led the team to the World Cup, where they picked a ticket to the Olympics. And now the MBBF, they've brought in Mike Brown. We love it, the fact that his experience is coming from the NBA. That's the main manufacturing room for basketball worldwide. But let's listen to Engineer Musa Kida. He's the president of the Nigeria Basketball Federation. He's been trying to explain things that were considered before they appointed Mike Brown. Let's listen to him.
We're going to be looking to carry these Nigerian potentials that we have in the NBA, just like we've been doing in the past. And we stand, I think, a better chance of having them on the bench playing with the Tigers with Mike Brown, you know, who is a natural coach to them. And he is somebody who has had a relationship with them outside of the Tigers. So again, I think we're going to take advantage of that type of intimacy in order to improve the players that we have.